Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Luis Díaz got major Jürgen Klopp vote of faith in gritty Liverpool win versus Norwich City. Jürgen Klopp could be forgiven for being a little drunk on power right now. His triple substitution against Inter Milan worked to devastating effect for Liverpool in midweek, turning the momentum and ultimately yielding an invaluable 2-0 away victory. Back at Anfield, and a goal down to Norwich, he again needed to change the game. However, while he wrung the changes once more, the most significant decision was who he left on the pitch, Luis Díaz. The January edition was one of the triumvirate who livened up proceedings at the San Siro, wreaking havoc from the bench with his intent-filled running and his quick feet. Klopp rewarded that with a start against Norwich, but he could easily have withdrawn Díaz around the hour mark. The manager made his first two changes on 62 minutes, by which stage the Colombian had not necessarily put in the most impactful performance. He had looked lively in places, popping up in dangerous pockets all across the front line, but the Liverpool team as a whole was underperforming, and only Mohamed Salah had looked particularly likely to make anything happen. Injury-enforced absences for Diogo, Jota and Roberto Firmino perhaps helped persuade Klopp to keep the faith in his new signing, but it would nonetheless have been fairly simple to take Díaz off. After all, the German did introduce Divock Origi at this juncture, and could easily have made that a straight swap. Instead, it was Naby Keita and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain who gave way for the Belgian striker and Diogo. There was no doubt about it, this was an early show of trust in Díaz. Klopp was certainly repaid in kind. Credit must again go to the substitutions Klopp did make, particularly the introduction of Diogo, who helped Liverpool to seize control of the game. But with Norwich more penned in, it was Díaz who came firmly to the fore. The telling contribution came after the turnaround had technically been completed, with Sadio Mané and then Mohamed Salah finding the net in different but equally impressive ways. However, at 2-1, things were still far from secure for Liverpool. Still, Klopp left Díaz out there. As the game entered its final 10 minutes, he got his reward. The 25-year-old was certainly not showing any signs of fatigue. He made a willing run across the defense, as he had been doing all game, and this time it was picked out thanks to a lovely pass from Jordan Henderson. Through on goal, all he needed was composure, and he had it in bucket loads. A neat little chipped finish dispatched of Angus Gunn and put the game to bed. Díaz did not look like a player who has only been at Liverpool for a few weeks. Klopp had not started him in the previous two matches prior to this one, perhaps tempering a little of the initial excitement, but it has flooded back after this performance. He squarely shouldered the responsibility of securing the result, in the same way as the likes of Salah have done countless times. Just as crucially, the manager trusted him to do it. When Klopp did eventually withdraw Díaz, it was in the 90th minute, allowing him to drink in the adulation of the Liverpool fans. Already, the Luis Suárez song has been reproposed. If this Norwich showing is anything to go by, we might be hearing that ring around Anfield a few more times in the months and years to come.